March 15, 2026. I had a bad night this night, and it was because of this company that clean up the garden in my past home, and they wanted me to pay off the bill, they say, and I understood that they couldn't get money from my retirement because my retirement is so low, and I have not been really working in a real job, so I have never could build up a retirement. I am not thinking how it should be when I go old and have to be retired, how it should be without any money I have earned from a job. I was never thinking about that, and I think it is have something with my that I was driven over by a truck and was killed, and I have never could make any decision what to do in the future. I have never had that in me, so I have never thinking about to build up a good retirement. That have never been, and there is some things in my brain that was destroyed when I was driven over of that truck, and I was thinking, I think that was what I had in my brain that make me not could sleep so very well, because I was thinking about that I couldn't do 100% of the test of dementia test, because it was some error I had, but not so much error as it was dementia. But the test was bad, but not very bad. But he that did the test, he was wondering if I had dementia. But then they did the X-ray on my brain, and they had done twice, and they saw that it was no change from the first X-ray to the second X-ray. So they saw that I didn't have any dementia, but I had a brain. It was weak brain in some ways that was reminding, like everyone today is dementia. It's so very much people that have dementia today. I have never heard it before like we have today, or maybe is it because I'm old that I notice it. Some of these artists some of these famous people have got it. Even the president of the United States have got it. And so I know it today, that my error. And then I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about what will happen with that I don't have any money to pay the bills. And no one of my listener could help me to pay those bills I make up, because God was telling me that I needed to move because it's going to be war. That I heard, and I don't know how much war we will have, but it increase the war on this planet, and maybe that's why those aliens have coming closer to me now, because they are ready to take me away from this planet. That is only a speculation from me. It's what I was thinking about, and I couldn't sleep, so I went up in the night, and then of some reason, to heal me from what I was thinking, I look at where I was killed when I was only 3 years old, and I find it on Google map, the street, but it of course it looked different because it was so many years ago, so it have changed a little. The house is still there, so it was a good quality built house that we lived in. It was a it lived many people. It's many apartments in that house, but it's still there today, and and in that way I could find the street where my adopted sister, she pushed me out in the street when we should walk over the street. I don't know where we come from, really, but there is a railway station behind us when we were standing and should walk over the street. So, and then it was a store to buy candies. So we maybe had been bought candies, and my sister took care of me, and my mother was at home. It was in that time my brother and older brother and sister, they took care of me, and they were evil. So when we standing there and should walk over the street, my adopted sister, she pushed me out in the street, and the truck drive over me. And the picture I have done, I took out that picture of the street, and then I took away what have been added since that time, because they have make it so the traffic can't go there anymore. And when I was a child, it was straight forward, and the truck coming from, we live close to the harbor, and it was ships that coming, and it was many trucks that drive down to the harbor to get goods, products to drive away with. And so it was maybe a complaining that it was so heavy traffic there out on the side of the house. So they stopped it. So it's today is it that the cars have to drive around. It's a dead end there, the street. So I took that away. So it should be like it was when I was killed. That you can see that, and on the right side of the picture is it a deep stairway where we walk. Sometimes I was, after that accident, I was scared of the stairs, so I didn't want to go there. I walk around because it was like a hill also around it. I didn't need to go in the stairs anymore. I walk always around. And when I was sitting and doing this picture that is on this episode, I was thinking, how can I know these things? I was only 3 years old and remember so much of it. And because we were moving away from that city when I was only 6 years old, and I started the school in another city. And I have been living outside that city in the 80s, but I was never to that house where I lived when I was a child. But I remember so much, and I don't know why. It's still in my brain. And I remember this about wake up in the cold room, dark room, dark room, and laying on the table without any clothes on. So I was freezing very much. And I was laying there, and then suddenly it come a light from the ceiling and on my body, and then I felt like steel hands, and today I think it was aliens that hold me on my shoulder and let me lay still there on the table when the light was going over me, and maybe they did something with my body to heal me, so I wake up again and lived. I never was dead. I was dead so much as so the doctor claim that I was dead. And they put me there in that room of dead bodies. And my mother was so surprised. She was telling me that you should not have lived, she said. And she told me that she had to put up something. And when she said you should not have lived, and then I maybe ask her, but I live now. Why? I will ask maybe question to her, and she say, "It's the doctors say if it's coming a little later to the hospital, you have been dead." She say. That's the answer she gave me, and but I remember, uh, and I asked my mother, "Why did you hold me so hard on my shoulder? Why did you let them hurt me?" I say to my mother, because it was this bright, shining light that is more than the normal light when God is coming. The light is white and it hurt very much if the eyes is open. And my mother told me that when I was sleeping, I never sleep with closed eyes. I had my eyes open, so that's maybe was what hurting me, that the light hurted my eyes. And my mother couldn't answer when I asked her why she held me so hard, because I thought it was she. I didn't know these metallic things. And so it was of some reason, I don't know, but I think there was someone in my bedroom this night that make me go up and do this drawing. It's not a drawing, I only erase things that was not there in that time when I was killed. And then everything is this, that I should have been dead for a long time ago. I should have. Now it felt like a spirit come into my body. We will see what happened. You maybe heard that my breath, I took an extra breathing there. And it was something with that I should open up that about the street where I was killed, of some healing that have with that bill to do. It's because I'm thinking that sometimes that I will be killed because I don't pay the bills, and I have to give it to God, everything. I should not now it says spirit here. Now it's coming, it's the spirit. It touched me so very much now, because it's about you. It's about you. Yeah. Oh, it's very hard around my head from year to the year going. And it, the spirit wants you to be reminded about that. How many times was it that you could have been killed? And I have been talking about this, that we don't know when it's time to go. We don't know. We should be thankful for to go old. We should not be sad about our age, because that's what God's gift is for us, that we could have growing old, because it's many people that have never could do that. It's many people that have died young. They have not had a life. But you that is, I say, over 50 years old, you have had a long life, but they haven't. So you should thank God for that your life have been long. And yes, I hear from you that listen, that some of you have not had a life that have been so nice, and you have a long suffering, long painful life. And what can I say about to be thankful? But you know that I have talking about it before, that in the summer between my schools, I have been very much in schools. I have not wanted to work. I have wanted to be educated. And so I have been to many schools. And between those schools, in the summer I was working, and I like to work with different things. Every summer was it some new things I'm working with. It was this with learning to do. So one summer I was a nurse for those that was multi-disabled. And that helped me very much to think like you should do, that have had a very hard life. And I was a nurse to many people, but it was special one man that was laying total paralyzed, and we had not any name of it in that time, but he go more and more paralyzed. And then when I come and working with him, he could only move his eyes like twinkle with his eyes to say yes or no. He couldn't talk. He couldn't do anything. And when I left him, sometimes he was laying and crying. And of course, he couldn't sweep away the tears. They had to dry by itself in the air. And he was laying there and he wanted to die. And then I was thinking about him very much, and I took with me a tape recorder to him with books, and put it on so he could lay there and listen on books. But those others that was working in that house, they didn't change it, the tape recorder to the other side. It was the tape recorder in that time was this, that you have to turn around to listen more. But they never did it. It was only the first chapter of the book. And when I come there, I saw it. When I come next day, I saw it. And sometimes when I come, they say to me that he died this night. And we call for the ambulance, and they wake him up at the hospital. And I was thinking, what should I do if I find him dead in the bed? Should I call for ambulance? I know that he wants to die. So should I only close the door and not call the ambulance, or what should I do? And in that time I didn't believe in God. So it was the question that you can have when you don't have anything connection with God. And so it was a question I had often. And then one day it come, we were sitting and eat food outside McDonald's, and then it come to men about the 30s. I sit down, and one of them had not one arm, and he was talking about that because we told them that we were nurses, and they were complaining that the man that had only one arm, he said that he feels so sorry for himself, and then he complained and almost crying because he have lost his arm. And we didn't care about what he was saying, because we were thinking, that man that laying there in his bed and could not move anything, when if a fly is sitting on his nose, he can't take that fly away. He have to let it walking around in his face, and he can't talk and move or nothing. And this man is sitting complaining about his arm. That man in the bed should be very happy if he had only one arm. to Because this man could move around, and he was drinking beer, I think they did. I couldn't feel sorry for him because of that. That I working with people that was worse illness and a worse situation, and that make me remember this man. He have been a good tool for me when I feel sorry for myself sometimes in the past, because I don't do that anymore. I can feel, why should I have this? But it is not what I'm thinking every day about it. I'm okay with it because I live. I have much illness going on in my body, and I'm okay with it. That's how life have been to me. And then I'm thinking about, I could have laid like that man, but I can move around and I can talk. And that is what you should think about, that you maybe have not legs that you can move around with, or arms, or some things that is away from your body, or your ability to could enjoy the worldly life. And then we need to turn around and think about the spirit life we have. The spirit life cannot be broken from you. You can't miss. If you get the spirit inside you, that's something that's moving on inside you, and with the spirit things that if you not can move around so much, you have the spirit world to talk to. But then is it very important that you working on it to get the spirit going on inside you. So if it will be a time when you go worse in your body and can't do things, but you can still have connection with your spirit. And I hear someone thinking that's easy for her to say, but I have not had this spirit like I have today. It has built up step by step. By the first step you need to do to get your spirit working inside you is to admit there is a spirit life. There is a life in the spirit world, in the afterlife. Is it life and inside you is it life. This is, oh, he touched me so hard now. He doing a healing on you. He is working on healing for you. But you have to understand this, how important it is to work on your spirit life and really say to yourself that you believe in there is a spirit life, and working on it and talk to God about it to let you get this connection with the spirits and to help you when time is bad. And you know that God is not Jesus or Jesus Christ. God is a spirit. It have never been a human. The spirit can enter into your body and be with that covering of a body, but it's not, the spirit is not the body in itself. It's what's inside you, and the spirit can stand on its own, and God's spirit was flying over this planet the first time, and he wanted to let the light coming down to this planet that was avoided because it was so darkness in it. It was so bad living creature here. And that's what you need to think about when you're thinking about the Bible, about the first people. Adam and Eve was not the first people. Adam and Eve was the first people God created. But there were evil people before Adam and Eve. And that's also enter into Adam and Eve's offsprings. And there was both men and women, men and women in this darkness. So you need to understand this, for to understand the Bible, what it's talking about from the start. It was not an empty planet God come to. It was avoided because it was evil. It was avoided of other if we call the people living creatures from other planets. They didn't want to touch this planet because it was evil. And it's on its way to go back to that evil beginning if we don't do anything. We need to do things here to take away the darkness that is on its way to covering the whole planet. We are in the Third World War, and we need to stop it, stop this war. It's craziness of those leaders that is targeting other countries in war, because there is no countries on this planet. It's this planet is for everyone to be in. Is this with the greed that have destroyed our planet? We couldn't, those people, leaders, they couldn't be brother and sister and keep the planet together as one planet without split it up in many countries. So I ended and tell you that my eyes have not going better, but I'm going soon to the doctor for it's about 10 days from now that I'm going to the eye doctor. So they will see what have happened with my eyes, and I don't know what it will be. I hope I can see, and if I be blind, then I see with the spirit eyes instead. So that's the devil will not win, because I have the spirit eyes, that I can never be blind in them. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.